Yo, what's going on? This is DJ Puffy, and you are watching The Boiler Room, brought to you by H2P Media Productions, yeah? Enjoy it.
Yeah, well, happening, peoples? We're back in the boiler room again after a short break. Somebody was calling it season 2, but before I said seasoning for fish, and he don't eat fish. Oh, you eat fish?
I eat fish. It's chicken that some boys say and thing.
Seasoning for chicken? You eat fish?
Nah.
Acapella?
Fish. Yeah, fish.
Okay.
Strictly fish, man. The rest of man.
This is the boiler room. This is the boiler room, and on the grill, you can notice to my left, we tap back again with our very first guest, Miss Krystle Howell. You can see she more regular now because I was getting tired, tell you the truth. I just all this testosterone and fire right next to me all the time,
what?
keeping bare foolish noise. And I find that when we bring women in here, fire is cool out and get real suave, real charming. And
the man on you.
So we bring somebody in here to calm you down. I know if it gonna work.
Okay.
I know if it gonna work.
The woman next to he. But the guest in between here, she's so I don't know what's going on.
But they're trying to make me comfortable still.
There you go.
Puffy, this is the second time that you went on my side, brother, and this is the only 2 times they can remember you went on my side, my brother.
Sorry,
you know,
man. Sorry.
You're like Chelsea. I know you're not telling me, alright, man. But anyway, boy, it's the boiler room.
I'm surprised.
Welcome, Krystle.
I'm
Thank you.
surprised. Wouldn't go way back. Was all this fire between? Wouldn't go way
Puffy
back.
like Chelsea. I like Manchester United.
You gonna let that get between 2 of them?
Nah, ain't get
Okay.
no. It ain't about me here. That get we here.
Okay.
Once you left here, it's brother.
Squash. Okay.
As the adoptive brother, the old one.
Introduce me, no man.
Well,
Introduce Barbados to the guests, no man.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. In a matter of speaking, there's a young man that I got much respect for. There's a young man I could tell any young person in the world in Barbados, well, let me deal with Barbados for now. They could look at you as a role model and what young people are supposed to be like. There's a young man that, my Lord, you have my greatest respect. And no matter what you do, I, as the old head, just look up at you and say, look, he's showing you like brighter than me. More youths can see he's somebody that worthy of respect. The one and only DJ Puffy. The other Puffy, carry in here.
Nah.
I put that out there, big man.
You can't. Nah. You can't.
He's so humble here. You see what you say? You don't take no video show up, big man.
Nah,
He
man.
that humble. One is humble.
It's all
So say
good.
no. Real thing. You want to know what he Puffy.
Welcome, Puffy.
Hey, woo, applause.
Yeah, of course, brother. Welcome to the boiler room, man.
Well, it was honestly there's a show, like a DJ party show that's sponsored by Budweiser called The Boiler Room. And I always said I would love to make it on The Boiler Room. But I guess since I here, I make it.
All them bad boys, they don't worry yourself. There's
Yeah.
Vinci or Coach. They're not bad boys. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you,
This
man.
Bim Wiser.
It's Bim Wiser, yeah.
Bim Wiser.
What you say? Red Bull.
The Bim,
Go Red Bull.
what the title?
Yeah.
Red Bull 3-star world champion, 2016, because it's 2018.
Yeah, wait,
so,
that's the part I forget to put.
2016, yeah.
And still as humble as in the first day meet you, my brother.
What do you know? If I fall long, I get cut and bleed the same color.
You don't. You
I ain't a mutant, nor you know.
You know, and they put you nowhere that you can't be still the same person. That you.
Exactly.
So when you walking on the street and say, yo, Puffy, you like the girl, you will stop and talk. Like,
Yeah.
Like nothing.
You might not be a mutant, right? But I don't feel normal.
Okay.
I don't feel totally normal. I'll tell you why.
Not up here. Up here, I could tell you I ain't really that
I
normal.
can see that.
A little senile, a
I
little
can see
insanity,
that.
man.
Oh, you see that one, yeah? Give me that
Because
one.
when I saw the Red Bull competition, right? The way Puffy represented and used his culture in front of, where was it, Chile?
Chile, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And use his culture. You know they say when Bajans go to New York and come back after 2 weeks with
2
an
weeks and
accent.
start Yankee.
You know the stereotypes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta ask him, man, how you doing, man? I like 2 fish in a can.
So this man here now on the world stage.
Yeah.
The world stage. In front of people that don't even speak English.
Yeah.
Not for
Yeah,
them.
I met the move.
Music is a universal language, you would know.
But it wasn't a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't understand that. They think that when we go outside, we have to switch it up. We have to do something different. You know what I mean?
I mean, time and place is important, you know. But
what about that time? What about
there are
that
ways.
place?
There are ways, and Scratch and Simply always used to tell me from Slam, it's not what you play, but it's how you play.
Okay.
You know, so it's all about how you present.
So take me back to that moment, and you're planning for the competition.
Planning for the competition. Let's go back 2 years and 6 months.
Is it still fresh, or has your life gone in such a direction that that's just like the past?
I would never say that that's the past. That was a major turning point in my life. You know, the entire process, not just winning. You know, because if I whether I won or not, I would have still came out of the experience an evolved artist. And planning for that, when I submitted my video in April, I think it was, I really didn't know, or I didn't expect to enter. It was just, I just saw the rules change and I was like, all right, cool. Well, I got opportunity to enter. Let me see if I could throw something together in 5 minutes or a 5-minute video together and see what's going on. So I called James, my photographer, told him to come to my house, and I put together this 5-minute routine, and we shot the routine. On my way to Slam in the car, I edited it on the laptop, and then while I was on air, I was just picking at it, and then after, I'm not sure if people will remember, but I posted a picture of me like this by the laptop. With the website saying congratulations, you have entered, or what, your video has been submitted, whatever. So yeah, that was the evening that I submitted the video, just like that. And months went by. People asked me, "Yeah, Puffy, you heard from?" No. Puffy, you heard from Red Bull? Nah.
So you never.
And then what was it? August, April, May, June, July. Yeah, like August or like late August, early September, I got email from the director of 3 Style. And I was like, yo, this is some spam. Like, you know.
You was gonna dump it?
I wasn't gonna dump it, but I was like, all right, cool. Let me see. So I didn't know who it was. So I went on Google and I typed in his name. And I found him on Facebook. And the type of person Kenny is a character in himself, such a unique individual, you know, so brilliant. But on his socials, you look at Kenny and you don't see that. You see a guy who's normal, who likes to have fun, who likes to party, you know, really interacts, really into his kids and family, etc. And I'm like, all right, cool. This man don't look like he's worked for Red Bull, you know what I mean? But
You look regular.
whatever, cool. So I was getting a massage a day. Funny, I got a massage today, but
you
but
getting a massage.
I got a call from the same kid. Yeah, what's up? You probably got my email. Yeah, cool. This is Kenny from 3 Style. Wow. And I'm like,
You didn't respond to the email?
I responded.
Okay.
Yeah. And then like things went blank after that. I mean, I guess Kenny got busy. And then I spoke to him on the phone and I'm like, all right, cool. It's real right now. Is real. Can you say bad words on this shit? Like,
You see who next?
I
you see who finally left, right?
I tried to edit.
You trying to edit it, yes, no, big, but if you say,
So I was like, all right, cool. Shit is real. You know what I mean? Like, shit is real. So, I started to low key freak out, and I was like, all right, cool. I guess I go get at least 15 minutes already. You know, so I try to put my mind into that gear. I mean, 3 Style and performing or playing in a club, or playing in the Caribbean, it's 2 different things, you know.
What's 3 Style?
Three style basically that's what the competition is called. You know, it's the Red Bull three style competition. You're basically required to play at least 3 styles of music in 15 minutes.
Right.
And well, you have to be original. You're judged on like skill and crowd response, originality. What's the other things, man? It's like 5, 6 elements, and yeah. So you have to have a performance with that in mind. And I was like, okay, cool. It's like putting a puzzle together, you know. And you're like, okay, I'm touching this part of the criteria. Or I'm touching this element of the criteria. I'm gonna be judged on this factor. Let me throw in this to please this area. Let me place something in this part of the Venn diagram, like, you know. So it could be a tedious process, but once you open your mind creatively, it's like you open your mind to a completely different world of DJing.
There are various kinds of artists. There's some artists who are very spontaneous with their stuff. You know, they can't plan too much. They gotta let it happen in the moment, and they're very loose.
I mean, I'm also a really spontaneous person with my performances, but I would not. I mean, when it comes to competition, and I mean, three style, the world final was my first competition ever. Like my first DJ
competition.
Nah, my first DJ competition.
Okay.
I was very athletic at Cormier.
Okay.
But it was my first.
See that little.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got
sonic symbol. They don't get one.
Don't hate us. Don't hate us. Don't hate us.
Come here right there. You just push it in there.
Yeah.
He had to hear shit. He can say Suwan, just let it out.
Yeah.
He had to acknowledge the Cormier.
I had somebody to relate to. You gotta give me a play.
But so you were an athlete, but this was your first DJ competition.
Yeah, this was my first DJ competition for sure. And I never really believed in entering DJ. I used to watch them online, but I never really thought that I would be the person to enter. But I saw it. I met Matthew Trays. He's a three styler as well. He's from the US, and he came to Barbados on vacation in 2014. And I kind of showed him around, and he was like, you know, you should enter three style. And I was like, get out of here, fam. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't about that life. Like, I would never be on that level. Like, things like that. But
really? It was like that? It was like you felt like that was a little beyond your capacity at the time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 2014, if somebody told me that I would have entered three style and done well, I would have been like...
Is it that your skills jumped so much between 2014 or 2016?
I think when Trey's mentioned that to me, it was always like in the back of my head. And I always... I have this way of thinking where... if I see a position that I want to be in, then I'm going to try my best to train myself to be ready for that position, although I'm not in the position right now. So most of the clubs that I wanted to play at, all the Marquis and the Taos and the Dre's, all the mega clubs in the world, all that, all my favorite DJs, they would use turntables and the mixer that I bought, the Pioneer 900 at the time. And I was like, okay, this is industry standard. I'm going to save my money and buy the industry standard so that when I get in a position to perform at that level in that place, I'm going to be ready. And I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't know how to use this equipment. I don't ever be, I don't want to be like
not ready.
Unprepared, you know? So I basically was preparing myself for when I reached that level. And I was like, okay, cool. This is what it is. And
but
then
you were a kid at this time, right? You how old? 2014. You how old in 2014?
I can't even remember. I feel like 30 now.
I
feel like 30 now.
Let's go.
Do after
this. I can get your Google and that.
So you got somebody here who's supposed to know.
You got your Google right in here.
A lot of people look at me and like, oh, Puffy, yeah, he's 19.
Oh, you like that? Yeah, he like that one.
Thank you. I think that I trying to grow the beard and
I got a little good one.
This is the first time I got like this is the most sideburn that I've ever grown in my life. I'm not very good at facial hair at all. But yeah, I was still pretty young. Like 20,
so what got you
22
in? Or let me go all the way back because we talk about the tree story. What got you into DJing? What made you start?
What? The tipping point for DJing for me, I just used to do it for fun on my laptop. Like, you know, everybody's used like back in the day, people used to use like virtual DJ, and that's what I started on. You know, New age DJ. Shout to all the older heads out there saying, hey, you learn a virtual DJ. I play vinyl. All right, cool. I use vinyl too. Good. Anyway, so
That's all like a story.
yeah, and I mean, they're always like those old heads that say, oh, you use Serato, can you do it on vinyl? Okay, yeah, same fundamentals. Anyway, so I started on virtual DJ, and then when I started to like emulate the greater people, I was really into house music, Swedish House Mafia at the time, and I was like, all right, cool. They're using like the Pioneer CDJs, the stuff that played the CDs. And I was like, okay, well, this is what the big guys use. I can try and save to at least get something close to what is used so that I know I put myself in that position. I always believe in putting myself in a position before so that I'm prepared. So I invested. I bought some old CD players from my dad's friend. I started to play with them, learn how to mix with my ear instead of watching the laptop on virtual. And then I was like the guy that kind of went backwards because everybody in my age group or in my generation who were DJs were using laptops and controllers. And I was the only guy that was using like CDs like that, like from that generation, you know? I mean, obviously like they were like the Peter Coppins and the John Does and the Daddy Bubbles and all them there, Fuzz, all them there.
And the reason for that was because this is what you saw.
Yeah, this is what I saw. I was like, the guys are using this.
The guys who were where you wanted to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of the articles that I've read on you, I've seen that you have strong family support, particularly from your mother.
Yeah.
And sometimes your brother does be in the car and everything, waiting on you just to make sure that you can get to where you have to go and come back. So I am imagining here you trying to convince your family that instead of having the traditional career that people expect of persons who go to certain schools, the doctor, the lawyer, the bank manager, the whatever it is that you expect, what was that like telling them that you want to have a career in music?
Hi, Money. First, sorry. My mom was obviously, well, not obviously, but my mom is an entertainer. She sings. So she was cool. She was like, all right, cool, that's what you want to do. Whatever, only you can know. You know yourself better than anybody knows you. So if that's what you want to do, we support you full 100. My dad was a little shaky on the idea. He was like, nah, go to school, don't put all your eggs in one basket, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, he was a little...
You've always got that one parent.
Yeah.
Nobody want you to be safe.
Yeah.
Because
they want to make sure you get that job. Like,
yeah.
Bringing that money.
Yeah. And I mean, my dad was a huge academic. You know, my dad works in pharmaceuticals, so...
I know that music, because I travel all to Germany, all them places. If I didn't have them, I would be rolling in money. So I know you put your best foot forward, you can make it.
Well, that's what I want to get to because...
Big up to Rosie Hunt on the Instagram live one time.
You singing Rosie Hunt?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Wow. Big up Rosie Hunt.
You have...
Okay.
You are obviously a success, and I loved and enjoyed watching Barbados support you the way that they did. But I wanted to know how can we make sure that the next DJ Puffy or the next entertainer who comes doesn't meet the pitfalls that cause him to be discouraged from pursuing this as a career path.
Man, you meet obstacles every day, especially the higher you climb, the bigger the hurdle, you know. And is for me, like, I try to use momentum. So it's like, all right, cool. Like at the time, this seemed like the Great Wall of China. I'm sure I could hurdle over this too, you know, and the support system is key. You know, your family, your friends, your management, that's important. Mental health is extremely important, you know. You're not going to be the healthiest mentally all the time, but it's important to pinpoint how you're feeling. Self-awareness is key at all times. Like, there are people who, like, there's certain things that will happen and they'll be like, I'm not really paying attention to that. And then that would have been the indicator to say, all right, yo, I need some help, or I need to reach out to somebody, I need to have a conversation. You know, like as an artist, we tend to live in here a lot, you know? So it's like, a lot of the time we think that people can't relate to us. But really and truly, we just need somebody, like, if I could just, like, blow things off my chest. Like, you don't have to have an opinion, or you don't have to give me a solution, but so that support system is key. Yeah, and I could keep going.
Because a lot of times people do, when they hear you going on with a problem, everything in them wants to give you advice and give you a solution to your problem, but sometimes just having
you just need an ear,
to get it off your chest instead of keeping it inside you and eating you up. It does the world for you. Was there ever a point in time that you felt like giving up and saying, you know what, this might not actually work out? Because I've spoken to other artists. I remember Gina that does art. She got to a point where she felt like, I don't know if I can make this work. And her father had given her a particular timeline to make it work or go and be an architect. Did you ever have that point in time where you felt as though you might have to give this up and go and do something more traditional?
Yeah, definitely. Even up to a couple of weeks ago, I felt, I was like, yo, man, this thing is
too much.
Ridiculous, man. I don't know how I can, because the world, or let me say the corporate world, it worships stability, and as an artist or as a creative, we might not be the most stable, whether it's financially or, so it's like, when especially coming from a place like Barbados, is that you're seeing, okay, all these people in offices doing this, doing that, and it's like, okay, like, I want this, but because this is my line of work, people not taking me seriously, or
you find that.
So you come with the earring and the certain look, and it feels like you're not gonna be able to take
with
it.
your profile.
Not with the profile.
Now they take you serious.
Well, yeah.
With the profile,
Well, yeah.
with the profile, it's cool.
You gotta make
Like, I
it
could
big
walk
first.
in
Okay.
with my hair looking like this.
And he good. But before you
there's
make it
perception is society's downfall here, And I mean, I've gone places and I've met people in airports, on planes, in bathrooms, in on trains. You would never think. You look at that person, you see them in a hoop t-shirt, saying that look like they come from the thrift shop, and they, what's up? Yeah, cool. You look like somebody who's into music, yeah. Yeah, I'm a DJ. You? Yeah, cool. I'm an A&R for Sony. Or, oh yeah, I manage this person, or I run this club.
And they're looking normal.
And they're looking
we both
normal.
here playing our friends.
Yeah, and we worshiping the person in the calling in Antai. And when the guy comes in a pink dolphin hat and some gold chains, you want to look at him like, what?
They wait back to the corner and say, that's
Exactly.
the perception that people is getting. And there's a lot of things too. People look at you and see you, and there's what a lot of people got to realize. That's when the first time you open your mouth to say something, make sure saying that sharp with it and make them think.
Yeah.
See that?
It's like,
that's changed them, but you right away.
It's interesting. As you said, the first thing that comes out of your mouth, because if I walk into certain places, at first, especially if I don't know you, I'm a really quiet person, very to myself. So I'd be like, all right, cool, analyze the situation, and then you're judged based on how you dress, how you look, what you do, and then when they start to have a conversation with you, people are like,
okay, make take about it. Oh, I didn't know he was up there.
So okay, so he can speak. He can. Well, yeah. I mean, I went to school at Cormier.
There you go. It gotta be bright.
Lord, have
My face so great. 20th time is a come here.
You gotta big up your school.
See that? You like this school. I like my school.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
got
But
promote
still,
when the
man.
schools too,
Yeah.
It's just a stereotype thing, man, and I could go on and on about stereotype. I went off. Funny, I feel like I talking too much now.
No, man.
The ballroom is boy keep talking that the ingredients in the pot.
That
I
was
I was in Belize, and I know this can strike up a huge conversation. I was in Belize 2 days ago.
Yeah, cause you tell me, you come back.
Yeah,
Sunday.
2 days ago. I finished performing. Club was crazy, and this girl comes up to me, and she's like, "Puffy, I got a question to ask you though." I was like, "Yeah, what's that?" She said, something look wrong. Something wrong about you. I said, what happened? Wrong? Like, she's like, I never see you take a girl back to your hotel room yet. And I'm like, it took me like a couple seconds. It took me a couple seconds to process what was going on in my life at that moment. I was like, like the major wanted to come out, but I held it down. I pulled out my Instagram and I went on story and I said, could you say that again?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said, you never see me do what? I never see you take a gal. Take a gal where?
That's some social media savvy, boy.
Back to your hotel room.
You don't play. You're a beast.
I said, all right, cool.
Course, saying.
Everybody see that, right? Good behavior. All right, good. And then I got back to my room and I saved it on my phone. I didn't post it. I went back to my room and I lay in my bed by myself and said, yo, I got something to address on Instagram. Watch my next snap and let's talk about it. And then I posted it after that snap. And then I said, yo, why it is that because I'm a DJ or I'm this person that you think I am, you have to see me living a lifestyle
womanizing
that you tag to this profession or this type of individual.
Well, Larson had a video about DJs, if y'all remember that, when the woman called in and she wanted to know.
Yeah, well, that shit was hilarious.
It was funny, but he called in, the woman called in and she wanted she boyfriend cheating on she, and he was like,
he's a DJ.
Hard. That is the perception.
But the thing that makes me think about, aside from, what your bedroom business is, how as a person with a public profile, this is somebody you don't know, obviously, right?
Yeah, I never seen her.
She feels comfortable enough, like she know you. She know you. That's cool. Like I
love for people to come
like that.
And I don't mind people talk. I talk to everybody.
That's the difference between not know you or know you. You don't fly to New York to surprise your girl or not. Remember that video?
Yeah.
Girl and all that. So if you know that, you will know that. Yo, the man got a proper nice young lady.
Well, I mean, things happen, and everything might not work out the way that we want it to. So things are a little different now, but.
At that time.
So you don't feel no way with her asking you that personal question?
I think it's not what you do, but it's how you do it.
Okay.
So I feel like she could have said, it could have been presented in another way. She said, I got to question you. I never see you.
She was aggressive with it.
Yeah, she was real aggressive.
But
so
insinuating.
I'm like, yo, what you trying to say? You want come see my room? Nah, I don't want you in my space like that. You know what I mean? Like most of the time,
how many DJ rooms you went to?
Exactly. Like, are you a DJ room surveyor? Like, what are you saying? But to be honest, I am nowhere near the people that I look up to. But when I travel and I perform and I have a good night, I really just want to go back to my room, go through my set, reflect on my good performance, and go sleep and wake up for my flight the next day. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to get into nothing crazy. That takes a toll on you. Like,
is it that you've gone through the craziness and you over that, or you just haven't been into it?
I was. Let me word this carefully.
Be careful now.
I was privileged. I was privileged. No, she knows. I was privileged with a mother who allowed me to do a lot of things from an early age, So all my friends were always older than me. So I will always, once I was of age, I party through all my CXCs, all that, She was like, you study? Yeah, cool, you can go.
Right, I got a lot of sexy people here that are jealous now.
All right, then.
Jealous you.
But no,
why my mom can't be like that?
So if you know you got playing that at show, I mean, I was beating books. Like, it's just,
she knew she could trust you.
Yeah. I was beating books.
You had your shit covered.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, everything is a balance, and I'm not telling people to use this as an excuse, but you go balance work and play still, Balance might not be 50-50. Everything is relative to the individual. Balance might be 70-30, but all work and no play.
Yes, Puffy, a dull puff.
Exactly. Make me a flat piece of cloth.
You know what you think, brother.
So yeah, so I was allowed to go out with all my friends. I was allowed to party at a young age. So I went through that phase really early. You know, I went through the drinking phase, crazy drinking like that. Like everybody has to experience it. It's a way of life. You know what I mean? You gotta know what is for you and what's not for you. Everybody different, you know.
Like me, I went through the blowing.
Yeah. With nothing wrong with that. Well,
So you're going through the crazy phase. Right now, you're out and out professional.
No, I'm mellowed. Right now, I cool. You know, I could drink 2 beers and be fine. I was doing, me and Dr. J, the Soca Prince from Toronto, huge inspiration for me, really good friend. We were doing this whole thing, New Year's resolution, where he was going alcohol free for 2018. I tried it, failed miserably. But yeah, you just gotta know.
If you can start again, you could do the rest of the year.
As Matthew, my manager, said, you just have to understand that everything in moderation, you know? So I cut liquor completely. So I just drink beer, wine, stout, you know, and I don't need like crazy amounts of alcohol to have a good time. Like,
does it
right now?
You know, and that's another issue that a lot of performers have.
Yeah,
they need some kind of boost.
Like, what up?
In order to get hype.
Some kind of crutch.
So what you like? The thing with it is too is that you see a lot of them fall. That is be their road downward. That's be their downward spiral. A lot of people gotta realize that. When you get to that point, you gonna know like, is this for me, or like, yo, I need my career more than I need something to help me sustain this thing. Because and a strength in it. If
it's a case where, I mean, you could do whatever you feel like, but once it starts affecting your career, then that's when it becomes a problem, you know, or it starts affecting things that were once important to you, then that's when it's a problem.
What else is important to you besides your career?
Family. As you can see, like, I'm really into my family. My mother's my heartstring and my rock. I took my sisters to dinner for their birthdays. My sisters and my dad the other night.
Again, me interrupting there. I got dinner right now.
Yeah. I was like, yo, Farai at dinner.
I checked the video. I read it. You was at dinner. I was like, oh snap, my man at dinner. I was like, oh my bad. Like, alright, you like, yo, I didn't do tomorrow. Alright, not a problem, bro. Cause once it message, like people think that. Even like because you name Puffy, like, or you message G Puffy and take 3 days to message you back. You look like be that blue thing typing.
Yeah. Yo. And I'm very bad at messaging, but still I try. Once I see the chat on top, then I will respond, you know. But like if I go to sleep and wake up and the phone crazy, then you might have to message me again after.
Cause you know once you go sleep, that phone be blowing up. And then you gonna put that shit on airplane mode. You gonna put it on jet plane mode. People can still be messaging you. So no. So you're not working with Slam anymore?
No. I actually
you did a set on
I went on leave. Well, I guess you could call it leave, right? That's what corporate people call it.
100%.
That's the standard term,
That's the industry standard. And just before Freestyle. Okay. So my last shift would have been end of August, like beginning of September in 2014.
Okay.
You still on leave?
No, in 2016. Sorry, 2016.
So you went back?
I'm still on leave. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You went back. You went back for what?
Well, we do. I mean, Slam is family still, you know. So we do special events. We do the birthdays, all that.
Yeah, because
I'm still. My fingerprint is still in the system. I still get invited to Christmas dinner, you know. Exactly.
No.
Slam is a great family.
It sounds that way because how old were you when you started at Slam? If you can
18?
remember. 18?
17?
Yeah, I remember you were pretty young,
still
right?
Going to school, still studying. Actually, Slam facilitated a lot of my study nights. The office in there. Yeah.
I'm saying it is a risk for an establishment to bring in a 17-year-old. They had to have some faith in you.
Well, evidently, you know.
And then they gave you that support because you were studying at the same time as well.
So I mean,
you're
the
big
type
up to
of
Slam
people
for that.
Mr. Elias and Scratch and Simply Bubba, you know, everybody, all the pioneers there, everybody who sowed the seeds. They're very forward thinking, you know, and especially Kingpin. Yeah. Kingpin, he's like, you gotta invest in the youth, you know what I mean? And and Scratch and Simply, they took me under their wing. You know, I interned with them.
Quite for advertising for the heat because remember my show was supposed to be the month of November.
Yeah.
And then he off, he said, I want to see you. I was like, oh damn, sure done. You know, like, we can run the show until we can see what run to the next.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, alright. Then he was like, we can see what there are no thing, you know, we can run it and see run it out and anything. But then I think it was a switch over, it was going to Yes FM.
Why?
I
Yeah.
don't know, because Saw got so much to cover. So
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Saw-
'Cause people don't realize Saw ain't just a DJ.
And then you
Saw
start doing the
actually
morning
work
show.
in
all
the
that, all
office
that.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
you know what I
at
mean?
the
So-
time he used to,
yeah, at the time he was working in the office. You know what I mean? So that was, but I got a lot to thank Mr. Habib Lash for you.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
to Saw, Scratch, what was the other guy?
Smooth.
Yeah, Smooth.
Simply
the other
Smooth.
One. Simply Smooth is another one. Bubba, actually he
Bubba,
come on a
yeah,
horse with me.
that's my
Bubba's-
uncle.
Yeah, he come on a horse with me one
That's
night
my
too.
uncle.
So Slam is like the opposite, and even with Blank, DJ Blank, that's the next up and
Yeah.
coming too. Blank is another youth that I got enough respect for too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So Slam, yeah, they do a lot to help youths. I respect them for that.
Now that we're on that topic, there would have been an article in the paper either this week or last week where, and I stand subject to correction, but I believe it was Slam, was talking about taking more responsibility in the type of music that they play to reduce the
Like
level of
98,
slackness
98,
and
98.
violence. 98?
Yeah, it was 98.
Okay.
But
So-
you can still see the same.
Right. Because it's not related to Slam, it's just related to DJing in general. And for a long time, for as long as I've known, a lot of persons have shifted responsibility in terms of their influence on young persons with the sexual promiscuity, the violence, and everything else, and their contribution. And now I feel as though we're seeing a shift to taking more responsibility. Where is your stance where that is concerned in terms of the DJ's contribution to some of the violence or sexual expressions that we see coming out in today's, well, you still young people, right? But yeah.
I think that it must not be forgotten that we are entertainers, okay? And our job is to entertain. And once we're playing, and again, time and place, so there's certain places that you could get away with certain things, and there are other places that you can't. And you just have to be aware of that, you know? So if you're in an environment where you know, okay, I'm playing for mature people, I could get away with saying XYZ, or I could make a certain joke on the mic, or I could play the dirty version of this song. Like, cool, no problem, do it. But if you're in another environment where and as an entertainer, as an artist, as somebody who's more sensitive to the environment than the average human being, you should be aware that, okay, cool, well, this person got a kid over there, so I can't do this, or I can't do that.
Can't play a bruise.
You can play a bruise, but once the clean version, you know what I mean?
Not cutting you, but now you're speaking on that. Bear in mind that was also in the newspaper about the guy that was it was Knapsack that played the song at the children's sports.
Oh yeah, well, I
can't
saw
remember,
that. I think I saw
It was a
something like
big thing
that
on the
hovering
internet,
somewhere
on
on me.
Facebook and things.
Shout out to Climax Entertainment. There's
that's
an
right.
email. Just go on my thing and hit email. That's what that's for, brethren. Not WhatsApp. Respect. Somebody trying to make a booking on WhatsApp.
You began buckets right
Yeah, we don't do the WhatsApp
So
thing.
things
like
like that, when you look at it,
Bless
you
up,
got to
fam.
take more
Respect.
responsibility as a DJ. I think as a DJ, you responsible because you got, like you say, you got to look out there, you got to judge that crowd out there, you got to know that you got children's sports, though.
Yeah.
Not a real
Yeah,
problem.
exactly. You just gonna know, like you gonna know. Like,
But there parts are gray areas because I see people
Excuse me.
at big people fest bringing little children and they just be confused.
yeah, well, that's crazy.
Because what are you expecting? Will you expose your child to?
Yeah.
And then you have places where you're not too sure, but then something like it's children's sports. It should not be rocket science to figure out that you need to keep the music clean.
Yeah, exactly.
So I know it's not an area where you could always sit on this definitive side of the fence or this one, but at least see if you can play a part in making sure you're not contributing to the deterioration.
Yeah.
So
Time and place.
time and place is always important. Always.
Okay.
DJ's got a lot of power.
Yeah.
DJs got a lot of power.
But not just DJs. I remember when Usain Bolt made it big. He actually made a statement asking people not to see him as a role model because just because you are good at running.
That's crazy.
No, that's just an expression that I use. Sorry, I didn't mean literally that. That's crazy.
No, I'm interested in how you feel because that was a debate we had.
That's a big debate.
Baggy too, you know, and you know a lot of artists.
People of influence should they be role models?
Baggy's position was, come on, if you're in the public eye, people are looking up to you. You know, whether you like it or not.
I think it comes with the territory. You know, I think it comes with the territory.
But some people don't want that.
Also, I mean, you can't. And this is just to add to my point, you can't basically say that, and this is on the flip side, that I'm the one making you do XYZ. I'm not giving you a gun and say, shoot this person. I'm not telling you to go and interfere with somebody in any way, you know. My job is to entertain, you know, so people must also be responsible for themselves, you know. So,
it's a partnership.
Yeah, it's a give and take. It's a give and take. So, ain't no pointing fingers like that. It's just everybody just gotta be a little more responsible and mindful of what really going on. Yeah.
I always say that I feel as though artists in general get a lot of burden placed on their shoulders for society. Burdens that other professions don't get. Like, nobody don't tell carpenters, y'all got response because when those hurricanes come, if the house is blown down, it's on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's the whole thing when you look at it, you know what I mean? Still, as look at the music, because like there's this, like on the radio we hear like the radio edits. Obviously, when a youth walk past me playing the same song, you be like, "Oh, I didn't know it said that."
I didn't know it was like that.
I was like, "Oh," but the thing is,
you hear a song say, "Wait, words missing."
There's not all the words.
I didn't know them. Like, I don't like even with the mambo rap. Guys did me for 6. I still into that since 2016 when we started the show. Like that, Puffy, you was a DJ. I need you to explain the lyrics to the and that was all you know that I do say. After that,
that's man's not hot.
Yeah. Man's not hot, man in a box, whatever it is that you
man in a box.
Why like with mambo rap now? Because you see how rap transition from that, like going bars to just going one bar.
Or just a catchphrase.
Yeah, catchphrase, basically. Not even a bar. That's
count
like,
my guap. Count my guap. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
And this nigga, I never like, we gonna start this song about 30 seconds. 30 seconds later, it was still Gucci gang.
Yeah.
Nah, it's something. So, you just only play that because like, it's the entertainment.
No, I mean, I'm a music lover. I'm a music. I love it. I love it.
I can tell.
I love it.
Really doing them, the Puffy vlogs.
Yeah, I love it. I love the music.
This man here some mambo rap, boy.
Yeah,
I can't.
To each his own, fam. I ain't gonna kill you for that.
Look, saying I cannot understand what you saying, and you get millions of dollars for it. I mean millions. These
trends, B. Trends. That's trends.
It come like you see like they got somewhere there's songs that you didn't hear now, but like the next year you don't even like Massacre for instance. Remember he was hot with that song Massacre.
Hardball. That was his.
You remind me about the gas the cylinder.
I think that's what it was called. Gas the cylinder, call it down winter. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, gas them up. Yeah.
Alright, so you know what
Massacre had a couple hot records after that. It's just they weren't big though.
One hit wonders in that.
Nah, Massacre's not a one hit wonder in my opinion at all. Extremely talented.
But I'm saying like one hit wonders have been a thing. From forever, you know, artists come, artists go.
I mean,
but we live in a time.
Look at Jaquan. Like Jaquan was legit a one-hit wonder. Sorry, everybody in the club got tipsy. When I okay, cool. I was watching a documentary on Jaquan like 3 nights ago. The next single, Hood Hop, it did aight, and then what? He got dropped from the label, and he.
We live in a time when
we would say fell off.
Things move fast, man.
Yeah. But and the other one, they had the other one. What that song name? The Chinese man or the Korean man was the same.
Gangnam Style.
Right, yeah.
Gangnam Style.
Remember
he had another song after that. It didn't do as well. Right. It didn't go viral like Gangnam Style. But that's the thing about one hit wonders, you know. when you have such a huge record
You eat a food.
that takes the world by storm, it is extremely difficult
Yep.
to replicate that. Like,
Yes, it is.
going viral is, and I love social media, but it's just something that there's so many different factors, man. It's what you do, it's the timing, it's
Yep.
where you put it, it's, you know, it's there's so many
Listen,
different
I
things
would
that
love-
influence.
I would love a one-hit wonder all now.
But
To make a
now,
few
here's the
million,
thing.
and I good.
Or watch on your
I ain't gonna get another one.
Or
I
watch it.
good.
There's the thing. You remember that video that you remixed?
Yes.
You know
Yo.
again share the deal.
No, listen to me. And- yo, fam.
views on YouTube, a video that he do.
But how is it on
Last year, this
YouTube?
shit-
Somebody
A video
recorded
that you
me.
re-
I
that
was
you
on
remix?
Instagram Live, right?
Yes, what was that? Like 80-something thousand.
I was on Instagram Live, right? And somebody retweeted a tweet with him in a video. And I was like, well, you know how Twitter works is they just loop the videos. So it was a 1-second clip of him saying one word. And I was like, and I heard a pattern. And I was like, I was with my photographer at the time. I was like, yo, this sound like a vibe. So I pull up my production software and I started to make a beat to Fari's voice. And I was like, woo, I went on Instagram Live. I was like, yo, this shit is lit, fam. We just cloning.
Yo, you see that thing Puffy do? Like, what Puffy do? Let me get on this.
It was legit. I never finished it. It's not like, it's non-existent. Like, there's no song. It's just something that I decided to do. It's just a beat that I made.
With
a bass line?
And it was laughing, but
Yo, it's like saying that people would do it in the school sports, like
Yeah.
real sporty.
Yep.
And that was it. And I didn't even save the live. Like, I was just like, all right, cool, that's done. People share that moment. People experience that moment with me. Bam, delete it. Cool. Bam. Gone. You know, Instagram Live, you can share it or you could disappear it forever. And the other day, CC from Y 103, she's like, Puffy, what is you going around doing? What you exposing the kids to? I'm like, what you talking about? She sends me this video of me on Instagram Live, and I'm like, this is supposed to be deleted forever.
Nothing is gone.
Nothing.
It's there forever.
Oh, it's there forever.
And that's the cool thing because
I never thought I would have come back.
Yeah, because
Yo.
the videos, and they know they got other one on game room and they talking about the part O's now. I don't know if you see that one. This
I
one
don't
went
think-
world too. They like because what they do now, they're gonna watch YouTube.
Yeah.
They stand and hold their phone, record that
Yeah.
part, and then share that
Yeah.
part for like a minute.
Yeah.
So they was one they talking about part O. So the other was walking them out like, yo, Rastaman, watch that part O. That was it. What he telling me watch the part O? So then my friend was like, you didn't see the video? I was like, what video? She's
Yo.
like, this, look.
You gone.
And then she
you
showed me, I was like,
no.
oh, they're snapping again. They keep doing it over and over again. But that's how social media is work. Social media is that kind of thing now. And the social media will be hard from like it ain't like what was before now. Like when I was making my videos, they bring up social media, you can snap a video at 15 seconds, a minute, whatever, bam, and it up and running.
I love it, man. But
It's
yo,
how they do it too.
you gotta be careful now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me, I worry for a long time, so they know that
It's
yo,
fun
don't
still,
expect me to
though.
Church, boy, no. Yeah, I beat up a pastor in a whole congregation. Like, yo, I'm not like, I done bought my ticket already. You be like, yo, and like, yo. But that's it.
So what's next for Puffy, man?
Well, we still touring, so it's still
Is a
crazy.
year touring that you got to do?
Not that I have to, I said I was gonna tour for a year. We're now going into the second year, booked out completely. So it's crazy. It's just like management obviously takes time for like crop over, things like that we have to be here for.
When you did Red Bull, when you won the competition, where had you performed before that? Where outside of Barbados had you performed? Had you been performing outside of Barbados?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the Caribbean, a couple places in the States, Dubai.
Is it
London.
Is it very different to DJ for audiences outside?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what's the difference?
I think people are more open-minded overseas. I get to be more creative in my sets. They're more receptive. they follow instructions easier. Yeah.
Hey,
Why you
I'm
telling me to
inside,
put my hands in the air? Use my father? Like,
you my father. Oh,
dog, just want you to have a good time, dog. You know what I mean? Like, just enjoy the moment, vibe with me. Like, but it's
You were on Uber Soca 2016, right?
the first year. Yeah.
How was that experience compared to performing? Because they still got Bajans in the crowd and everything like that, but you performing for a range of Caribbean people on a boat. And
it's cool. It was cool.
I felt like if your sets, because that's what came to mind. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You want to hear my Sposhy?
Mavis.
You remember that song? Slippy got Mavis?
So you would have so you would have been at my performance that night.
I realized what you said is true. How you performed then.
Yeah, it's too different. Yeah, absolutely.
I was just saying, why he's performing like this here, but he can't perform like this back home?
Because people look at me like I'm crazy at home.
Just go off on the boat.
And people loved it. And I'm there saying these are Caribbean people. They're loving it. They're enjoying it. But then you come back home and there's a different.
It's time and place. You know, you just gotta be extremely aware of who your audience is and what they like. And there's certain things that I can't do here.
But I listened politely to your set on a bench and sat down and just.
That's a nice way to cover up what you were doing at the time. Yeah.
You got photos of this somewhere here. Somewhere.
That's a nice way to cover. That's quite alright.
Because we know that
somebody got a video.
And he always, he's walking with a photographer. And the photographer is that good pictures. So some me and them.
Shout out to James one time.
Yeah, for real. Big up to James. Real thing. And a nice little photographer. Cool and you too, man. Yeah. Got your head on, yo. That's one thing respect for them. Sorry. He's one of them dudes I could call a photographer.
Absolutely.
He's one of them. And like, there's very few. They got a lot of picture takers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then they got photographers. And always back at them. And James is one of them. Respect you for that. Like, he edits and stuff like that. Real good.
Is there a vision for after DJing?
I'm a DJ in my heart, you know.
So till you die.
I'll once a DJ, always a DJ. Right. Really getting into production now. So I've been putting out remixes for years. People would know from Ben Up. Straight up did major remixes for everybody from Barbados. Work with Masha every year on one project for Carnival. And last year to this year, we kind of took it up a notch where I did a major remix with DJ Shifty, with a artist called Mad Head City. Shifty is like one of the OGs, really amazing DJ, really dope producer, internationally known, and he released an album or an EP, and I was gifted with the opportunity to remix one of the tracks, and I was signed to his label, Hot Mom USA. What else did I do? I find sometimes it's real hard to like go through these things. It's like, okay, what did I do?
Keeping track.
Can't remember. Oh yeah, I did that. Like when Matthew around me, Matthew's be like, all right, yeah, you did this. I'm like, oh yeah, cool, we did this. But on the spot is kind of difficult. I always put all my stuff on SoundCloud, so like all my remixes are there. Working on a lot of originals this year. Music with Patex, music with Just D, music with Yannick Hooper. Trying to release some things for Jamaica Carnival. Definitely gonna release some things for Crop Over this year, and trying to tap into the UK market as well. I love Afrobeat and the UK sound, so anything that crosses over between Nigeria, Ghana, and places, and London, the BBC guys, shout to Nikita, shout to Edu, all them people.
How much of this now is strategy, and how much of this is just pure passion for the art?
I think strategy and passion go hand in hand. Like, once you have the passion, then you can start to look, okay, cool, I have this. How am I going to shape this into what I want it to be? And that's where the strategy comes. So I guess
it's a balance.
Yeah. You sleep?
Yeah, 5 hours.
This is another thing people need to know, because a lot of people like to get a lot of sleep, but you don't realize
Nah,
when
these-
especially I imagine when you touring, it's maybe even less.
Yeah, I mean, sleep on the plane. Like they say plane sleep and no sleep, but
No, it's not.
You know,
that's where I
But
get
that's what
mine.
you gotta do.
Can't come in another country.
That's where I
Yeah.
get mine.
Right.
But people
Before
need
the
to
plane
realize
take
that.
off, I used to be so gone.
You don't get a lot of sleep with these kind of things because people see the glamour of it. They see
Mm-hmm.
you on the covers and they see you getting the fame and the recognition, but they don't realize
Yep.
Behind
the
closed- behind the doors,
sacrifice.
it's be always that. People don't
'Cause
know always
no matter how much
It's
talent-
just the front end production. That's it. That's all they're
Yeah.
interested in, really. Look.
Absolutely. Like this morning, like, I woke up after going to sleep at 4 or 5 o'clock. Was up at 9 something. Or before that. Was up before that.
I got alarm that you
Went had to pick up a new passport because my passport is done. Was in
that way you
town.
travel too much. Your
Did
passport
some-
gets stamped out.
Did some business. Went for a massage.
I call
Went
you
through
and
2
disturb you, that
hours.
massage, but go
Went through
ahead.
2 hours of that. Went home. Tired because my body was in shambles, obviously from the planes and all that. Shitload of knots in my back. So that was kind of painful but relieving at the same time. Could have do nothing but sleep. And then woke up, went, met my manager Matthew at another spot, did a small interview, and then came here, another interview, you know, and then I can go home, hit the studio again, pull up some sessions and work on some beats that I've been working on for the last couple, and then try to plan out a podcast and strategize my next couple moves for the next couple weeks.
And
Go
that's
through
what
the tour
they day in
schedule.
and day out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it is hard. You know how hard to go and work with the DJ?
There you go.
Hard.
No, I can trail back a little bit because I can be malicious in your business.
Go.
You would have mentioned that at school you was into the athletics and stuff like that.
Right.
And by the time you get there, they're done gone. So, what you do like at school?
Tennis, hockey, cricket. Well, I started in cricket.
Lord.
Yeah,
So you could be a cricketer.
could have been. Another stereotype. Shout out to all my cricketer friends.
You want to be best TV.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You want to be best TV.
Shout out to all my cricketer friends.
You still
Yeah, I
play?
was in cricket. Nah.
What
Tennis,
like
I tried to. Yeah. Like tennis was my love after cricket. I actually quit cricket for tennis. Lawn tennis, that is, in old school terms. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Field hockey. I used to run 4s at school.
Some marathons and all that to love you. Yeah, she was
I
still
wasn't.
teaching games.
Was
right?
she? Was she in my? I don't think she was in my set. She was in my. I was in set C.
She used to be our games teacher, so I don't
Yeah.
know. if
Well, she was tennis coach.
Okay.
Yeah, she was tennis coach.
Mhm.
Shout out to Miss Thompson. Love you.
So,
Yeah, peoples.
That's real talk, boy.
Yeah,
boy.
you know what?
I could talk forever. Let me go. We still
we
going?
could go.
You got memory in the
We could
camera
go.
still?
Oh, so no, you like it.
Nah, I love interviews. You know, I love interviews. Like, I like to hear people's perceptions
And
and
how to see you.
perspectives and.
But don't anybody really got like yet to hear like I ever met and you you know what I mean, not say as a true or not there, but go through your comments and but Mario you was a beer demon or never seen that as well.
No, I mean people always say shit. You know what I mean? Like people always find something to say.
You know, as far as you friend for you.
one of these days I would like to hear you come and do a remix on some of these speeches that we hear that important but hard to listen to.
That's one place I'm not gonna go.
Yeah. Well, so you went into the political stride there, you was like, you know what I'm saying?
I follow, and I'm not gonna say I know what's best, but I follow and I pay attention. You know, I pay
But you
attention.
don't
But
get too
it's
deep in
hard
that.
though.
It's extremely difficult, but I'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You know. And
It's
to all the
difficult.
people on Instagram Live, you got 1 minute and 30 seconds left before it cuts out. Love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah.
Him?
You were saying it's difficult, it's hard.
What are you trying to get at?
No, you.
No,
I was wondering what
the
you were
average
trying to get at
person
when you
don't
said.
listen to it because it's boring.
Yeah. No, I
Or
listen
terms
to
go
it.
over your head or
No, I
you
listen
know.
to it. I listen to it. I'm really aware of those things. I try to follow as closely as I can.
But
But I mean, it's not my job. So right now,
You stay
Right now.
right now.
You staying on the remixes and the producing. You understand? Here into the politics.
Yeah.
Because
Whatever
DJ
is
Puffy-
best.
If DJ Puffy were to choose to run on a political ticket at some point in time, who knows, Mom, you would endorse
Well, you
that?
never know. I mean, I was school captain. I was school captain at Cormier.
There you
so
go. There you go.
so
There you
it- it's a
go.
possibility.
It's a possibility.
No, school captain.
School
What
captain.
school captain was that?
Head boy.
Really?
You a head boy?
Head nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's former
He
head
in
boy.
Dopsy.
No head Red Bull DJ.
Nah, I mean, academics don't make a school captain, in my opinion.
It's all wrong then.
Yeah, you gotta be relatable. You know, you're
It's
basically
a,
the
it's a
gap.
management position.
Yeah.
I could. You gotta be
You're
likable.
the gap between the students and the teachers. You gotta know how to relay that information. You
You
know,
go back to come here often?
I haven't been by in a very long time.
Don't feel no way.
I haven't been by in a minute.
Don't feel no way.
Don't worry yourself. Well,
I said don't worry myself.
don't feel no way, brother. Don't feel no way. Don't feel no way. Don't already know, but Puff, you came, you conquered, and I must say, thanks a lot for coming. through.
Nah, no problem, man. It was a good vibe. I can go sleep. I can go sleep smiling tonight, man.
And the thing about it is, he's the first guest
Yeah.
for the start.
For this
bar.
start, yeah,
for the
man.
kickoff
Well, I
of the
appreciate
year.
it. I appreciate it. Big deal.
It take a long time. You know how we was back. I was like, yo, so alright. So this what we was doing. This how actually we get this to happen. Puff, when you gonna be in Barbados? Alright, so look, I left in this day. I get back this day, and I said, alright, so boom. I want to start back the show, but I want to start with you because this was last year we was talking. Alright, boom, boom. So it work out now. So this thing tell me, alright, so look, boom. I leaving. I give back Sunday. So alright, so look, I
That
want to
was
start.
last week.
Yeah, I want to start the show already. So you think you gonna be here? I know I didn't even know he was at that. I mean, I messaged you when he was at dinner.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
like,
you
yo,
home?
but at dinner, he like, yo, blah. So where it is, da da da. So already I know it was on. Cause if he tell me coming, I know he coming.
Yeah.
I wasn't just call mom and be like, man, you meet Puffy.
Yeah.
Puffy, get
Get
on.
on his kids.
Nah, I would never. A man's word is his bond still. You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
So like,
Word
you know,
bond.
to tell somebody that I can be here and then not try my best to be here. You know.
Yeah, man. But
It's
brother,
real stupid what happened for me to miss.
bigger than anything. Thanks
I
for coming
commit
through,
to.
brother.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man.
But anything else to add?
Up and on.
man. It's been really a pleasure to get
I feel like you got more inside of you though. I feel like
you can be back, bruh.
Trust me.
I feel
You gonna be
like
back though?
You gonna be
You
back,
bring
man.
you back,
y'all
Wow.
got me started now. I feel like I can now discuss
You know
shit.
we should bring you back? The independence session.
November. I might
November?
not be here at all.
Bet. I
Well,
told-
nah. I might have a booking here.
Got pre-record it and release it in November then.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's what we were saying. We were saying that look, even if you go come in and record,
And then y'all put it out later.
Yeah, we even gonna do it like the bands like we normal recording night. So we met
Alright,
for you,
cool.
but
No problem.
well
Yeah.
deserved young man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you got more to say too, you know.
Got a
Man.
lot more-
I
he
mean,
got a lot
I have,
more. That's it.
I'm like a program, you know. I have to be prompted.
No, and you prompted. So that by the time you can't.
We know your boiler room family, so
Correct.
It's fun. Most
True.
come in, it's family. Bro, thanks. All the best. Keep it up.
Thanks,
Mom's
man.
got your back, so you done.
Yeah,
Always,
boy.
always.
Yeah, boy.
Through and
I
through.
always
Yeah.
tell him till death do a path.
That's so
I
important.
intend to go anytime soon.
I still washing your clothes. I still cleaning your house.
Yeah, I do it and I will do it until I die.
See, oh Loss, I can't even get up there to pick up your dirty clothes.
Yeah, I score and I can't get the dirty clothes and clean the house.
People don't understand
Your
how
house must
important
This is not like
it
the
is.
saying, this is how she is. He
Yeah.
all the, not because he's the red bull or none of that. You know, that is way past that.
All
I
of
look
them.
all the time. Like, he's being so sharp and me, man. I'm like, yeah. He was going to kill it. This
But listen, I noticed a trend, right? I noticed a trend. There are a number of artists in Barbados
Mommy.
who are mama. I don't want to say not mama's boys in a bad way, but they got mothers that believe in them to the hilt.
And that's-
have been
that's-
there.
Not just
mean-
the men, because Tony Thorne mother is one of she biggest supporters.
Yeah.
And I find the
But she's
person
really close to her dad too.
whenever you hear about some person who does well, most of the time it's be the mother, but a parent.
It's the
That's
foundation.
be there
Yeah,
behind
when
them
you want a parent
pushing.
behind
I
you.
always say that.
All,
It's the
You want
foundation.
success, support your kids.
Yeah, man.
and they
That's
thrive.
what.
They
That's where it
thrive.
starts. That's where we come from. You know what I mean?
All
So
through your my boys, everywhere. The other one, I behind him. I have to go and meet somebody at DCC now. Some lady said, the way you are, I need to make your mother.
Yeah.
My other son. Yeah, this lady
There
wants
got to
make
be a
me
mother
make
behind
her-
this young
Yeah,
man. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Because
Interesting.
that's the career she did, yeah. He said to me, Mommy, you gotta make my sons. I can't remember her name because she said, because of how I am. She have to make my mother, she have to make.
So shout out to the mothers that just push children to be, especially in these atypical roles that society don't exactly support.
Going out with a kick and cough with my children.
Yep.
That's me.
Respect.
Much respect.
Mama Puff.
You was a great one.
Yeah.
Thanks again. And to everybody, man. Next week, same time, same place.
True.
Room in effect. Boom. Old town. Bad. Done talk.